record the button. Spin slightly over there. And then it's time to go, 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 baby. Wow. Here we are in Western South America. So here's Duke Medayu. He's telling Gwen that he's given the item to a servant expected to reach him in a few days' time, and thus having kept his promise, he hopes that Gwen's going to keep his. Gwen assures him that he's going to keep Princess Anna safe, and Medayu leaves him with one final warning. Whatever Gwen intends to do with the book, it's too much ambition is unhealthy. And Gwen says that he knows his place and what he needs to do. And Medayu just hopes he hasn't done something dreadful in his anxiety over his daughter. And Gwen's like, don't worry about it. All he'll do is set this world on the right path. Rodriguez, how you doing? So what happened last time, the previous stage was... defending Orb against the bunch of bozos, and we got Harry and the sumo, and Athrun got the seed ability. It was just those bozos running about being weird. But here we go. So here's Maria and Sayaka, and they're talking about how Bright and Talia have been talking for a while now, but the order for them to stand trial seems to have fallen by the wayside with that whole, reveal of Lacus Klein. The one in space isn't real. And Beauty says that, despite his usual political foresight, this scandal has taken Dorandal by surprise, and she thinks all of his sympathisers must have been in shock as well. But he hasn't attempted to issue any denial, and Reika here figures that that's probably the wiser choice. Far better for him to hide behind his past accomplishments and then just let everything calm down and hope everybody forgets that he had a fake Lacus Klein. But Garrison doesn't think that's going to happen, though. The civilians, in their uncertainty, will take to the internet, the UN, for information, and that'll exacerbate their confusion. And Kay has an idea of where all this is going. And Norman confirms that the Black Charisma has been busy with their rumour mill. And among the memes circulating is a rumour that Dorandal's Lacus is from a parallel universe and therefore is authentic. Or a clone made in previous war. And Kay is like, damn, Durandal, big shot geneticist researching a way to rule over humanity via their genes. Incredible. And Taylor doesn't appreciate all this absurd nonsense about the Black Charisma. What's wrong with this Black Charisma person? Are they mad? And Olsen thinks here that despite not being openly hostile against us, they do seem to be focusing on plunging society into chaos. Boss wonders if it's part of a plan to take over the entire world while everything's a mess. But Toga's just like, and how would that happen then? And then Boss says, well, you'd have a big evil army. And Toga says, but the Federation Zaft would have noticed such a large group of troops mobilizing. And Mizuki agrees with Toga and says that while a large posse of troops would be needed for conquering the world, Black Charisma seems to be acting entirely alone. And if he's not after world domination, AG wonders what the hell could they be after? This couldn't all just be for kicks and the giggles, right? And Roger says we don't know enough to answer that question, but Black Charisma's becoming a problem we can't just ignore. And Banjo wonders what kind of plan would require pissing us off. Shin's still thinking about recent events, and Ray's like, Shin, get your head into gear, just because, Intel suggests that Lord Gibril ran off to the moon, and he's getting all the Logos troops there. And the Katz is amazed that dude still wants to keep fighting. But Emma's like, hey, don't think Logos are dead in this war. Their troops include the Titans, Blue Cosmos, and everybody's anti-Space-noid. Khalil wonders why they're going to the moon, though, because that's right where the moon race and the aliens are. But from what Harry's heard, they're using the largest power distribution facility as their foothold. And Soche asks why the moon race isn't doing anything about that. And Harry says the problem is that facility was built in the Black History and it's forbidden ground to the moon race, and so they cannot approach. And then Jiren's like, wait, you talking about Dome? And Harry's like, you know of it? What the? And then Jiren explains what Arthur told us, and Harry says Diana returned to the moon to find the truth about the Black History. And then Gwen asks why she did that, and Harry says she feared a revival of the Black History if this conflict continued unabated. Now she seeks to stop it by revealing everything about our dreadful past. And the facility she headed to is now under Logos control. Anish, how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Gwen doesn't want to leave a place like that in Logos' hands, because worst case scenario, they might weaponize another relic like the Overdevil, and that's a rough one. And Jamil says that the facility gives them access to all the enormous energy it can generate, which is, the one that powers all of our satellite cannons. Harry is off his list, and it's impossible for them to tap into Dome's energy because it's all protected. And Moonrace legends say the facility itself is alive, or rather the mind of someone is asleep there. And Amuro asks if that's the new type mind that Arthur spoke of, and Harry says that all the legends say is that the forerunner of a new species of humanity is there. But that keeps the majority of the facility's functions sealed away, so Logos aren't going to be able to do much there. Jamil not exactly calmed down by that revelation, he's not that soothed, and asks Karis about Tifa's abduction. And Karis has heard that the Federation were annexing various independent states, so he was coming to Orb to get a better read on what the plants wanted, in case, Forts ever needed to ally with them. And it was along the way that he saw the Frost Brothers do the kidnapping. They managed to escape, obviously, but not before Karis overheard them saying that the time had come for Tifa to make use of her powers. And Jamil has a sinking feeling they take her to the moon to use her powers to contact that new type mind and remove the seal on Dome. And then it's possible the experiment's being made on Lucille back in Zonderepta. We're a test case for this. And there's Tifa's old vision of touching the truth alongside the Queen of the Moon and the butterfly flying towards the future and all that. And sounds like it's all coming true, but Garrett ain't gonna let it all just go on and let those guys use Tifa for that. And Anil and Karis ask him to calm down because getting angry's not gonna help the situation, and he won't be able to save Tifa if he acts irrationally. And this isn't our only fight either. Aside from the warmongers, there are still the aliens, the fallen angels, the demons, and to say nothing of the dimensional collapse. Amuro says everyone needs to think of what we can do to face all of these problems. And inwardly, he's like, Shah, you need to make up your damn mind. You seem 30 of that? Oh yeah, absolutely. And then Rand, Holland, and the others are nowhere to be found, and from what Kirikan's heard, they've just gone shopping nearby while hitching a ride on the Gunleon. Tetsuya's a little bit dejected over how easygoing they are amid the crisis, but Jiren says, hey, they got an important job to do. They're buying something for Tallow. And so at the market, and so his gainer like, hey, and what about this accessory? Would that be a good gift for Tallow? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. It's a John Henry accessory. She's a huge fan of that guy's stuff. And he asks Eureka, and she just says, I don't really know anything about fashion and accessories and jewellery and stuff. And Renton had thought otherwise, but regardless, he wants to buy her something while we're here and get her a present. And Eureka's obviously very happy about that, and Renton makes his little face. And then Gainer is like, hey, Renton, that John Henry stuff don't come cheap. And Mel says it'd take 3 months of Renton's salary as the shopkeeper to afford anything for Eureka. And then he's like, 3 months salary? Wow! And then Gainer's like, what the hell are you so excited for, Renton? And then Mel's like, okay, so when you propose and you use an engagement ring, it's supposed to be a deal that it should cost 3 months' salary. Like, that's the figure. And then Rand's like, hey, that, Cedral came from another world, though. And then Rand's like, Laven, get K.O. Lawson over here. We're going to do that dimensional pair right now, and then I'm going to find who made that crazy rule and kick his ass. Holland tells him to calm down, though. Because none of this matters to Rand because he's already engaged. And he's like, hey, you going to dump 3 months of your money to Talos present, bud? And Holland's like, I ain't buying stuff just because it was made by someone who I never met. But he does need to get something nice, so he starts getting a bit flustered a little bit, talking about this. And then Gain's like, oh yeah, even the boss man gets bashful. And then he tells him to shut up, tells him to zip it. And he wants to know why all these people came along on his shopping trip. Gainer says, research? And Rand's like, yeah. Same reason, research. And Mel's here to choose the thing. And Gain and Rand, they just wanted to watch the Holland show unfold. And Laven was dragged over because they needed another mech to transport everybody. And then Mel's like, but why don't you take time to buy Captain Schlan a small gift too? Huh? Mel, please, you shouldn't meddle in personal matters. You think Schlan and I are like that? You're not? No, not at all. My phobia and my friendship with Schlan are two completely unrelated matters. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, Laven. The girl's mind starts to wonder when she sees two guys getting along that well. Fucking Mel. Oh, nothing, don't worry about it. But I do ask that you don't joke about such things near Schlan. He might appear cold at first glance, but he's actually quite fervent, you see. And then Gain's like, you two worked together for long? Since the new Federation Army was established, but we've been good friends for many years. We're companions, united in our admiration for Brigadier General Edel's ideals. And then Renton's like, well, when you look at it like that, our group's kind of the same. And you've always had your problems with women? Well, it's embarrassing, but yes. I reckon some woman must have betrayed you real bad for you to end up like that. And then Mel's like, oh, that's a bullseye. You know, the best way to get over a past love is to find a new one. How about it, Cap? Why don't you too buy a gift? Use it to approach one of our single ladies. I cannot. I could never get in the mood for romance while Brigadier General Edel's still missing. General's your very own goddess, huh? Indeed. Didn't even hesitate before saying that. Take my hat off to you, Cap. And then Holland's like, geez, poking everybody's noses into my business, like the whole mess we're in. And then Rand said, hey, us being here is how we give our blessing. And Holland's like, oh yeah, brings a tear to my eye. I guess Jamil would have been here too, were he not busy looking into Tifa's kidnapping. And Garrett wouldn't have missed this either. And he's, he's got the depression right now. And then Rand's like, ugh. And then Mel's like, what is it, darling? What is it, darling? He goes, stomachache. Go on without me. He's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, no, it's fine. Just stomach, don't worry. It's like, alright, we'll go ahead, Rand. Be careful. Yeah. How you doing, Bill? I'm doing alright. He's like, that's the Black Southern Cross for you. So he noticed too. Still, I didn't think you would show up here. It's been a while. The heat. Sahito. Well, let's not just stand here. Come with me. Bar. So in a nearby bar, we get Rand's excellent music again. What is this? Beer. What does it look like? It don't feel right for two men to have a talk all sober like. We've actually never gone drinking before. Maybe. Maybe not. Ugh, cryptic as ever. Fine, let me show you how it's done. First, lift the mug as about high as your shoulder. Like this? Yeah. And now we make our toast. To us, into the spheres. How's that, the heat? I don't know what a sphere is, but it sounds good, sure. Here's to us, into the spheres. Cheers. Kampai. And then Red burps. An odd taste. What, really was your first time drinking? In here, at the very least. You're really an interesting man. Now hold it right there, Bob. You ain't got the right to give me props. So you are angry at me? Well, whatever happened before, we're still not in the best places right now. Can't well forgive you having Xena disguise herself as my boss and spilling the beans to Mel. Still, the whole thing did start with me, so I also can't give you too much shit for it. Hell, looking back on it now, you could say you gave me a chance to get it off my ass and come clean. Really? Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. You're making a big mistake if you think I'm going to thank you for it. After everything that's happened with Setsuko, it's pretty darn clear you're not one of the good guys. So, you fight me? I'm not sure about that myself. Apologies to Setsuko, but there's still some stuff bugging me and I ain't going to be able to move one way or another till that's all cleared up. That's why I need to have this drink with you. I'll even foot the bill. I see. Either way, I thank you. I haven't felt like this in a long time. Eh? What's all that racket? Looks like a brawl outside. A group of feds are picking on some kids. Oh, soldiers acting like a bunch of thugs? Those guys are worse than thugs. They can do pretty much whatever they want by saying it's to preserve order. Oh, that's no good at all. Sit tight, Asukim. I need to handle this before we get to have our talk. And where are you off to? Well, I've forgotten all about it these past days, but I'm still a repairman. So I'm going to beat those crooked mooks into shape. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. And yeah, of course, they're picking on our kids. They split off to wander about town, and these guys have just snatched the John Henry stuff. Like, what's a brat doing with a prison like this? Buh! And Holland brought it and left it for the kids to look after. And too expensive for kids to have, and Gaynor says, give it back! And they tell him to get on all fours and bark like a dog. And that's their punishment for having Eureka bump into them. And she protests that they were the ones who bumped into us, which of course they're not very pleased with. And the Titan Sky wonders what kind of person wears a hat in this weather, as if she's probably hiding a bald spot or something. So he makes a move to pull her damn hat off, and Renton jumps in the way, and the Pregio Towers guy, Kisama, punches him. And then these guys are like, this is what happens to anyone who messes with the Righteous Federation and its army, stupid kid. And then Gaynor's like, hey, what kind of righteous group steals other people's stuff? And they go, yeah, try something, you won't. Give us a reason to throw you in jail. And so the Atlantic Federation soldier, this guy, tells Gaynor to pipe down. Yeah, he's like, hey, glasses. Hey, Four Eyes. Sit down and shut up if you don't want to end up like the brat there. And Gaynor's like, no way. He's like, what? He's like, what kind of people just bump into a girl and instead of apologizing, decide to steal from her? Or is banditry the standard MO for the Federation soldiers now? How's Hammer's going good. We've got many newses. And obviously, the Titan doesn't appreciate his lip and moves in to give him what for. Well, luckily, Rand flies in and shakes his head and is like, oh, these soldiers bothering the people of this town. But he gives the kids props for standing their ground. They're turning into fine men. Heat smile. Because he definitely makes noise when he does it, right? And the Atlantic soldier is annoyed with, he's like, damn, this guy's stifling attitude. Do you know you're dealing with Federation soldiers? And Rand's like, what of it? Do you know who you're dealing with right here? The wandering repairman of Beta Services. The Heat! And then he just dumps the guy on the ground. And then the soldier's like, oh, he can't stop all of us, let's get him! And that's when Gain and Holland come back and are like, hey, bring it on. Mind you, we don't hold back. And then the soldier's like, wait, that's the Black Southern Crosser, the leader of the Gecko State. And then Rand's like, what? What, I'm second fiddle to those guys? What about me? Huh? And then Laven, with a much harsher tone, moves in and warns the soldiers that if they keep it up, he'll report them to the chain of command. And like, yeah, who are you? And he quotes his position and rank, and they're like, bleh. Because if you have any complaints, then you better air them out right now. And obviously they do not, and apologize and return what they stole. And then Rand's like, what the hell? They knew who Laven was, but they don't know who the Heat is. And then Gain's like, I think they would have run if you'd introduced yourself as the Crusher. He's like, ugh. Meanwhile, Renton obviously feels like he sucks shit and is bad, having just been reminded that he's just an average kid when he's not piloting the Nervash. He's just a dude. How's everybody doing? But Holland doesn't see it that way. He's like, nah, that ain't how it is. And he thanks Renton for helping protect both Talos Present and Eureka. And Gain commends Gainer as well. And Rand tells him that the muscles that come naturally with experience. It's the gumption that can't be learned. And the two of them just demonstrated they're well ahead in that department. And at this rate, it won't be long till they're fit to be his drinking buddies. Azukin then walks over and is like, I enjoyed the show, the Heat. I enjoy how free your soul is. And then Gain and Rand are like, what the is this guy Azukin doing? And then Rand's like, alright kids, settle down. Let me handle the guy. And then, unfortunately, those damn Fedi guys are coming back. The Yatsu, they're coming back. The goddamn Yaro. The guys. And so this is mission 47. It's a Rand one. Our Path. Setsuko gets a slightly different mission. And then here's on, these punks bringing mechs to a brawl. Everyone pull back, I'll grab my Chaos Leo and intercept. It's coming. What, another enemy? Black Stranger is such a fucking banger. This is mission 47 with the stream title says part 1. It says part 1 because it's the first Z game. And then there's part 2 and part 3. Okay, so here's old Azukin. Ask him, you trying to kill me with a surprise attack? The Heat. I cannot afford you being hurt by those men. You, oh my, you. I'll protect you. Consider it my way of thanking you for the drink. Who the hell's that? Doesn't matter. Anyone who opposes us is in for a war to hurt. You've got your bad outnumbered, guy. You stand no chance. I've often heard cliches like those back in the day. What? Nani? Now then, what will you men provide me with? Will it be enjoyment? Like Rand? That's okay. And so, this mission to start with is blow up all these guys without losing Asukin. You know, the guy. He does at least get 20% regen, but he is back to his not having the ultimate. But counter level 9 predict and fucking blocking and all of his moves. He's a pretty rude dude, all things considered. Bing, 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 bing. It's the damn... It's this guy who's the worst dude. PP2555, yeah, he's got big PP. He has the PP of several Kalpa. Slice up your life. Biggest PP you've seen around? No. I've been playing Rollmaster, the pen and paper game, and in that there's a skill that's PP development. And it's very important for wizards to develop their PP. Sorry, it's just it's funny to me because I'm 5. It's body development to get more hit points, and PP development to get more power points. PP. Rasta Edge. Oh yeah, his music has defaulted to Battle Choir for some reason. That is weird that he's done that. Ding, ding. But yeah, Super Rules 30, looking good. Looking good. Great series list. Only way it'd be better is if Gunbuster was in it. Buster Edge. That's the only move we got that can hit that guy. Eat this, guy! Yeah, keep checking Steam pages. That's what the translator Discord was like. It's like, holy shit, is this a mistake? It's got entries everywhere except Venezuela, so I guess not. They would have done that. And then everybody the next day is like, we woke up and we're like, oh shit. Yeah, like some of the bits were looking a little stiff. Like when I first saw Combattler, I was like, oh, this is DD, I guess. Doesn't look like a mainline title level animation. But then Gaga showed up and was like, oh jeez. Oh, maybe you mean Victory Gundam? I mean, that's that guy. That's that guy. He's a funky little dude. Love that little man. Nice dude, your positron reflector that didn't fucking stop me doing shit to you. We're gonna fight ladies in bikinis? I really hope we do have to do that. Gotta be regular OGs, though. They've been having all the OGs who showed up. They're just doing that because they can do that, can't they? The thing with being able to choose where you go seems like a neat thing, and the being able to replay missions after a certain amount of time. And it's gone back to PP, but it's collective still. Like collective PP, so you don't just go, oh, I need to spread it around. You just like, oh yeah, one guy can get all of the points and spread it around. And then money and takpa, or whatever they're going to call it now. So they've split it into the three currencies, like it was in Z3, right? Where you get money, PP, and the Z chips, and in this you get the blue stones in this game. Is that going to magic? Is it magic? It's magic. It's magic. You'll see how magic it is when it does its big move now. Yeah, no Voltes Grandizer and Dumbine. Yep. People are hoping that if they're doing Mazenkaiser Infinitism, because that is literally just a model kit and a design of a guy, that maybe Grandizer Infinitism will be next. And Voltes not being in is a wild one, because in the weird sequel, Voltes 5 becomes Voltes 30. So it's a bit weird that they didn't have it in. Are they doing anything with that unicorn unless you're getting old? Oh yeah, they're just going to do a bunch of weird shit, mate. They're just going to do a bunch of stuff. Rumbling Discalibur. He's got that blood magic with his sword. I'm watching Thunderbolt Fantasy and that show slaps. I recommend it to everybody. It's a puppet show. It's rad. And there's the magical seal written in blood, and then you just explode. Okay, so we blew up a bunch of bozos. The gunleon? Is Melman in it? Even I can at least move it around. Mel, let's head to Rand's location. Quickly now. Oh, hold on, it's hard to keep it steady. Can't go over the hump of the first couple of episodes. The first season is so fucking good. Who's that? Alright, let's leave those guys to Rand and the others. Need to get back to the ships right away. Let's go, Mel. You're about 80% a reliable adult too. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? But more importantly, it's that... Nah, don't worry about him right now. We'll get the info out of him after we've dealt with these mooks. Roger that, Rand. Let's eliminate these men who commit crimes while on Federation's payroll. Yeah, no need to be this serious, Laven. It's just a follow-up to that brawl from before. Still, I'm gonna hurt him for busting out those weapons in a fight with kids. And then I was like, oops, he's already gone over the crusher. Let's give this man his theme song back, shall we? So that's the bozos, the four general boys. Their proper theme songs where they all start the same, just like in Z2 with the knights. Yeah. The Zero was like super eviscerate seed, right? Like Destiny. Just to make it be good. Gunleon. Chain the cup. Charge! Totsugeki! Gonna take it to the last episode, so free to the sunrise, damn. Yeah, like the L and Z rewrites of Destiny are like legit, just like elevates the material. Like especially L, where it's like, oh, we can just have Kagale do stuff instead of sitting about not doing anything because of drama. Saber Kuro. And speaking of Seed, there's going to be that new movie. There's going to be the new movie. And there's the really good comments by the guy. Where he's like, oh yeah, I had this idea of Kira and Athrin having to fight 25 Kira clones. And he's just like, why? Why would you have that be your thing? Why? And then... So he said three things. The first one was like, oh yeah, there should have been more Kiras. The second one is he doesn't like the modern Gundam designs. They're too spiky, which is basically him just going, hey, I don't like the Gundam Barbaros. And he's talking a lot of shit for a man with the Strike Freedom in it, in his fucking show. Yeah, but it's got some spikes on it. But yeah, he doesn't like spiky modern Gundams, despite, you know, him having the backpack show. So that's point one, more Kira. Point two, I don't like the modern Gundams. They're too spiky. Unlike the Strike Freedom and the Destiny. And then his third one was complaining about SJWs and cancel culture, so you know he's a fucking primo dude. You can't just say whatever you want without people getting mad, says man who makes TV shows and movies for a living. And obviously is having no problem putting his messages into whatever he wants. Damn, a grass insult instead of a gross insult. Incredible. Dulling that. Oh, that's beautiful. Thanks, that's good. Ding, 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 ding. See, they don't even notice they put this gibberish around Carly go, Roger. Fucking incredible. I mean, that's how much people care about Destiny. Fucking garbage. Regular Seed, whatever. It's just a retelling of the original Gundam, but worse and less interesting. And taking a thing that's good and making it mediocre and boring is a pretty big crime, but whatever. When it does its own thing, it's okay. And then Destiny is just so shit. Just absolute garbage of the highest order. Spanner. Cyber Claw. Destiny did right was the main thing it did right was lead to a stray. The red frame, the blue frame, the noir frame, the gold frame, the purple frame. Frames of every colour. Saber Koroa. Well, luckily, give some of the grunt suits more love like they did in W with that one MSV stage. Super Wars 30. We've seen the Kakushiki Kai and one of the DLCs, they're just like, oh yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of grunt suits. Oh no, he's support attacking. Whatever will we do? Waza waza. It's just like the C moves are gonna be bad. I can tell you that. I'm afraid. Saber Claw. Yeah, Shin has, like Shin in Destiny has no character. Like in the first few episodes, right before it all went to shit, he was doing stuff and it was cool. And then he entered a shin kicking contest with the robot with laser legs, and it's like, all right. Genocider. Okay, and we might need to load the save because Bruno advises killing the guy on your turn. But done and dusted. Now stay out of here, you hoodlums. Nothing's done the heat. In fact, now it truly begins. Asukim. Asukim, come clean with us. Why do we have to fight? You were so kind when you took care of me. Was it all a lie? Explain what's up with you. And with us, Asukim. Rand. Shine! So die! Laven! It's his new theme song. I'll show you the true power of the lion. Like the, yeah. Die, I'll cut your soul in half. And then Rand's just like, what, dude? Bounce. Nani? Took the bait, huh, Laven? Finally showed your true colours. He pretended to drop his guard to goad me into attacking? You failed, Laven General. General. Yeah, and he's even, and he's even working with Asukim. What do you mean, darling? Why did he attack us? Exactly what it looks like. He's our enemy. Rand, you saw through me? I don't know who you really are, what you're after. One time or another, you slipped and showed a bit of malice, and I couldn't get that out of my head. That's it? That's the reason why you kept on your toes? I never wanted it to turn out like this, but that's why I didn't tell anyone else about it. Just fucking... Rand, Asukim, my brother, how could you do this to me? Laven, oh, I always knew you were a bad dude, fuck off. Rand's just beautiful. Laven, I don't give a damn about what your game is, just get out of here. I'll even think of some excuse to tell the others. Shut your mouth, Damore, Sakurasha. Shut your mouth, the Crusher. Why would I ever need to turn tail and run? What an absolutely shoddy performance, Laven. And even after Asukin went through the trouble of setting up the stage for you. This battle is far from over. I'll end that punk myself. I swear it on my pride as the Chimera's lion. Oh, ever so passionate, That's right, I dedicate my life, my battles, and all that I am to Brigadier General Adele. Fucking Schland, he's such a good boy. Well, that's that then. It's not just Laven, but that Schland fellow's also in on it. Then that means Brigadier General Adele is also... Don't speak her name so casually, insolent brat! How dare a disgusting pig like you utter the name of the magnificent, beautiful Brigadier General Adele? That is beyond atrocious. Pay for your crime with yours and your stifling man's life. Captain Laven? Wow, look how fast that straight-laced boy turned into a rabid psycho. Ain't that something? Anything for Brigadier General Adele. Even smiling at worms like you is nothing to me. Brigadier General is the only woman who commands my loyalty. The only one fit to rule. Laven, I get you crazy and all, but you talk way too much. What? Damn, and they're forced to fly in the Iron Gear. That's, it's a good stage. Yeah. Zuth has arrived. I know we're late for the party and all, what the hell's going on here? Where's Captain Laven with Asakim's group? Laven, Shan? Seems like a good place to formally declare war on them, don't you think? Declare war? That's correct. Disposing of you is also part of our mission. Okay, how's everybody doing? It's a bunch of those Chromex and Fed units. Captain Laven's working with Asakim. I don't understand. Still? How can anyone be so stupid? Alright, open your ears and listen up, Zoop. We are the direct subordinates of Brigadier General Adele Bernal of the New Earth Federation Army, the Chimera Special Forces. You've been very useful pawns until now. Fighting the aliens, hunting the Sage Council remnants, fierce dedication. But no more. Brigadier General Adele has deemed that you'll be a problem sooner or later. Captain Laven, you were always our enemy? Showing us the appropriate UN info, moulding our doubts into certainty. Someone on the inside was needed to pit both sides of Zuth against each other. That was your job, wasn't it? That's right. And you went on to stir up trouble against the world, just as the Brigadier General wanted. We were able to do away with those inconvenient Logos worms, thanks to that. So, Brigadier General Adel didn't actually go missing at the Federation coup? He was the mastermind of the whole thing! Well, it makes sense. We're talking about the person behind the UN's construction. Use it to manipulate information would be easy for her. So she was just playing us under the guise of being our ally? You had outlived your usefulness once the coup was complete. The plan was for you to destroy one another. But not only did you survive, you reunified. Ah, boo-hoo! You think everyone's going to follow your plan? Get real! Perhaps, but these divergences need only be corrected. And that's what brings us here today, to deal with you people. Wait, weren't you Asakim's little helper? I am first and foremost a member of Chimera. Asakim is cooperating with us and I was assigned as his liaison. Asakim, I have to return to the Chimera now that a recall order has been sent. But my heart will always be with you. I'll do anything to set you free. Indeed, Zine, and then you'll also be free. From the despair you tasted during the break of the world. From the pain and sorrow of losing everything. If you truly can make me forget the anguish of having my people taken from me, then I should thank you for your help thus far. How about I let you hear the heat scream? Asakim! I had fun, the heat, but now I'll have you cry out in pain, fully awaken, the scarred lion. So, we really need to fight Asakim? Melbeta, your very nature is changing as you're bound to the sphere. If my shadow ogre consumes your soul, perhaps I'll finally get what I've been seeking. Sphere? That's where that ball of light that got into her is? So, this is goodbye, the heat. I might see you again sometime, but you will not be able to see me. Back off, Asakim down. That stifling man is my prey. Zip it, you two-bit minion. What? Asakim, you're gonna try and kill me and Mel, then I know what I gotta do. I'll kick your ass in order to survive. You refuse to go anywhere, hmm? You are indeed the only person in this world who can amuse me. Dare ignore me, you grease monkey? Bring it on then, Laven. I'll tear a new one in all of you. We can't let these liars get away with this, guys. All the units focus on Asakim and the Chimeras. The moment has finally come. I'm warning you, I wasn't fighting for real during our travels. Such a shame. You made some fine toys as the UN led you by the nose. Alright then. High time act as one of the leaders of the three units, right? Of course, crushing you has always been my goal. Let's do this, Asakim and Chimeras. I don't hold back against anyone who tries to block my path. That's the way I roll. And so the SR point is shoot down either Asakim, Lavenschland, or Zenate within 3 turns, and this turn counts. And so because I did it on the counter attack, oof. And for an ending point, Rand needs to have a battle with Asakim. And the Gunleon has to be super juiced up. So, and Asakim doesn't move until his 3rd turn, so you need to bring Rand up to him on your 3rd turn. And then after the battle, that immediately down a Chimera boss. And there's, if a moot gets in the way, you're done. Yeah, the reason these games weren't translated was licensing issues. So, Laven, plus 20% damage against women. He's Jin in Tekken. Strongest and toughest of the bunch. He's got a shield and shit. He's just a guy. Schlan plus 10% attack power all weapons, 10% critical hit ratio, and he's got pilot debuff immunity, and he's got the skill that gives him immunity to that, so, you know, whatever. And he's long range man. And then Xena's basically the same, she's got hyper jam and big HP. And so Levin is lion, Schlan is Schlang, which is snake, and Xena is Zigate, which is goat. And then Asakim's turned all his good moves on again. And Mel should have SP regen now. She doesn't need to be over level 50 to get it, but whatever. So, eyes open everyone, there's something else coming. More enemies now? No, that's a silhouette machine. It's Siberian Rail, come here. Here we go, there's Zuth. Commander Yasaba, what are you doing here? Oh, is that you in it? Heard rumours, but you really seem to be doing alright. Former Siberian Rail Commander Yasaba Jin. Wow, he really was still alive. Wait, he's the one who helped us back in Garnahan Valley. But if he's here, that means his exodus was a success too. Shows how easygoing Gainer's become if he's got no more problems with Yasaba. There it is, Kejinen, Enge, I got us to Zuth just as promised. What promise? You just found us while we were travelling around and dragged us over. Did you say something? No, sir. Thought you dropped the 4 malleys, didn't I? Not working for the rail anymore. These two here have business with Zuth, so we're lending you a hand dealing with these pests. Roger that, Commander. Been too long since I've seen your strength at work. Oh, that Soul Flame steps into the spotlight. Things are getting interesting around here. Cool, he's looking a bit miffed. And they're obviously not doing shit because they're in 3 the Gothos, so, you know, and him getting shot down is also a game over. These secret boys were there used to. Yeah, Yasaba's a secret boy. Obviously we don't need the ending point, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it? And so, yeah, ending point, Rambo Zasakim. Yeah, if you got the Rush Rod, Jasper will join, and we've got the Rush Rod. And then we got to buy a thing from the bazaar, and then we got to take the Zoot route for some secrets. But we're just gonna blitz over and blow up one of these 3 fuckers as fast as possible. Find the Masala. That's power. Thunder breaker. Yep, she's got the SP regen. Exactly on the clock as well. use that courage to zoom on over as fast as possible. To the left, to the right, what are we gonna do? Jeez, stop doing it, you're confusing me. But it looks like we're not gonna get the fight with Asukim because he needs to fight him next turn. Actually, what we can do, actually, right? Yeah, see, right? Like, he's got to get fucking over here and fight this guy. We don't got to restart the whole stage, so I did save the turn for the thing, and we can just skip that cutscene, so it's fine. Yeah, now I just have to not finish them on their turn. Mentos for games where you only have 2 dozen robots instead of 50. Okay, if only we had continuous action. Yeah, exactly, because that turn counted, so we had 3 turns to do the thing, and I'd already used 1 up. Yeah, now they got to run over there, and then we got to watch them. Nani? I suppose there's a shot. Skip to their guys. Yeah. My boys arriving. Gosh. Alright. Yeah, there, boys. Everybody gets powered up. Everybody getting juiced up. So, like, it's definitely good to be putting people in the boat, right? Because that gets us super far. As long as this boat's got accelerate. Good. Yeah, everybody deploy. Now, get back in the boat, we got some ferrying to do. And so the plan is put Rand in the boat, zoom him over, he gets out, fights Asuka. These clowns arrive. Oh no, Rand's already in the boat. Never mind. I thought I was going to have to put F in the boat, but obviously I don't. Oh, jack off. This is the squad. Finger needle. You did it. You exactly did it. That's exactly what I meant when I said you can do it, Lomar. Space asunder. supported by Spin Saucer, supported by Space Thunder. Dun, 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 dun. Grandizer. Bum, 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 Rip that fucking guy. Thanks, Duke. Ooh, prevail level 9 on Maria. We're baiting. Let's look at my list of guys. She's got support film for 3. No. Sky. Formation. Boss. So he can defend the boat, you see. Kiss of death. I'll take on the 30 series list. It's good. It's a good list. The only thing that'd be better was if it had Gunbuster on it. Let's go through it. Mobile Suit Gundam, great, love it. Zeta Gundam, great, love it. The Mobile Suit variations, great, love it. Full Armor Hakushiki Kai, great. Shield Counterattack, love it. The MSVs, yep, sure, great, love it. Other way used. Narrative, fucking trash. Whatever. Doesn't even have a fucking story. It has flashbacks within flashbacks. It's fucking garbage. But it does have a rocket punching robot in it. Victory, love it, great. Chef's kiss. I love the bit where he holds his mother's decapitated head in a helmet and goes, "This was my mother." And where the other lady is, where the other dude is like, "Hey, what's wrong with your boob?" And she's like, "Oh, he bit it." It's a unicorn thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Mazakaiser Physics, it's just Mazakaiser, but he's Greeble. He's Greeble Kaiser now. Again, punch. Get a Robo Armageddon. Great, love it. Chef's kiss. Combattle of Wheat. It's not gonna have any fucking plot anyway, because it's Combattler, so it doesnn't matter. But it's Combattler. I want it to have 30 pages of attacks. Elgaim, great, love it. Great theme song, amazing. I can't believe they've got it back in after the guy was like, "I'm never gonna work with that fucker ever again." Because he let the Super Robot Wars people use an Elgaim design that he didn't say was okay. Look, he's doing the thing. Zergame Super real? He's a real. He's extremely Zeta. It's extremely Zeta-y. And like to use his big gun, he's got a cable going to his power pack and he's cool as hell. But everybody's got really good names in it. Like everyone in Elgaim is maximum Tomino name. Let's find some guys, heavy Elgaim characters. So there's Dava Myrode, Kiao Mirao, Amu Feneria, Gorha Leki, Litharao, Semaj Shato, Stella Kaban, Oldna Poseidal, Amandara Kamandara, Full Flat, Gavle Gable, Kuasan Olivi, Chai Shah, Ted Devilus, Math McTomin, Rockley Ron, Heckler Mauser, no, Full Flat, not Full Flat, Full Flat, like full frontal, but full flat. What was that about the design? So, yeah, Heckler Mauser, exactly, Heckler Mauser. So, I believe the deal is that one of the alphas has got Elgaim in it, Elgaim, and they're like, hey, do you have any cool secret stuff? And they went, oh yeah, this unit, add this unit as a secret. And they were like, great. And then the guy went, hey, I never said that you could use that design for anything. Fuck you, that was an unused design for the TV series. Fuck you, I'm never working with Homino ever again. And then that's that guy. And then he went and did 5-star stories and Gothic Maid, and was basically not really had very much of a career at all after doing that. But you know, he's a cool mech designer. Gaga Final, great, love it. King of Braves. Story, but it's fine, it's great, love it. All the good music, best themes. Gaga vs Better Man, listen. Gaga vs Better Man is certainly a fucking thing. Maybe Better Man will get to be in Super Robot Wars this time, because he did not get to be in Super Robot Wars when Better Man was in. He didn't even show up. Brave Police J Decker, probably the best Brave outside Gaga. It's got Bill Tiger. You got Bill Tiger, and it's the guy's like, wait, why does he have a tiger head on his chest? And then the designer just turns to the audience and goes, 'cause it's cool. Code Geass, Lucia the Rebellion 3, Glorification, and Lucia the Resurrection. That's the wild new shit. It's gonna be off the fucking chain. Rayearth, still love it. Give me combo form. Gun Cross Sword, still great, amazing, love it. Wish Gun Cross Sword could be in every game. Majestic Prince. Everybody's got a little bit of Seed Face, but not as bad. And the character designs, he was allowed to do different things. But all of them, all of the bunnies, all of Rabbit Squad, they're just great. They're just fun little nerds. They try their best, and they're funny little jokers in their cool little robots helping each other. Knights and Magic. It's a show, I guess. It's extremely, we had a show, but what's popular right now, we need to shovel that into it to make sure it will be popular. Yeah, Van is extremely strong in T. He's got all of the moves. But yeah, Knights and Magic, it could have just been about a dude in a fantasy world with robots, but they had to they're like, oh, Isekai's fun, so we've got to make it Isekai. So the first episode opens with him with the classic Isekai trick of getting hit by a fucking car and then waking up in Dungeons and Dragons world. And it's very beholden. So what's popular right now? We've got to have that in it. And it's very like Old Space Queen Emily on Twitter is watching it. And she's just having a time doing her Super Wars 30 homework. And it's just like, it's fine. It's very beholden to modern anime. And modern anime, we're old heads, so we just don't think it's very cool. It's just not very good. SSS Gridman, probably like the best anime of the fucking decade, to be honest. It's so fucking good. You're happy there's no mic gain? Despicable. And then the OGs, their battleships are Grungus, didn't it? So, what's not to love? You needed a break? You didn't need a break. You could have just not fielded him. Corset? What are you doing? Yeah, the Huckleberry 30 with its big XXX on its head. Very fucking guy. I wonder if it will get an upgrade, or... Yeah, I did see Gunbusters get a Blu-ray remaster with a new dub, and I'm very excited for that. I already own it on Blu-ray, because I bought it when it came out on Blu-ray the first time with no English language option, and I've still even got it shrink wrapped still, because I'm cool. I've had multiple people say they're going to come to my house and beat me up and steal it because it's very expensive. I don't feel just got tired of his story for 3 games in a row. Damn. I can't believe that he showed up and said something 3 times. How difficult that must have been for you. Yeah, we can kill this guy with a tri-attack. The Legend of Gears game, the Gundam update you got. It is like, people are complaining like, it's already UC Gundam, what the hell? Give it to me in a week or about 27? Yeah, that's just what it's like for some people. If you take out anything, it would probably be Ray. I really didn't like that one. If they give it better treatment than it got in T, I'll be a lot happier. Give me the cool stuff. Give me their cool combo attacks. But yeah, people have been complaining, it's like, it's only UC Gundam, where's all the AUs? And it's like, that's the thing around Wakanda, like, if you don't like Magical Girl, you're obviously not going to like it, and it's extremely a fantasy by women for women, where the fantasies you get like, a cool older person is very into you and thinks you're cool, rather than the fantasies being a paedophile. And so, you just have to look at it through that lens, basically, is the deal. So this is the turn. Ending point gotten. Yeah, Pat Label with J Decker would have been a great one. But yeah, people complain, it's like, oh no, there's no UC Gundam. There's no UC Gundam. Like, why is it only UC Gundam? It's like, because it's the 30th anniversary thing, and so they're having the 3 classic boys in it. It's fine. It's fine. I also want G Gundam in every game, but sometimes you just don't. You Just don't. It's alright. I could have one game without it. It was in T. And T was really good. Just play T again. And so, I can see the fire within you flickering. I wonder how long it'll last. You give me all that sweet talk, but you're still gonna try and take me down then, huh? Well, you're a free man. I ain't gonna argue with that. You're gonna fight me anyway, right? That's just how you are. You know it, ex-bro. Made up my mind. Ask him. As a repairman, it's my job to set you straight. This ain't about anger or hatred anymore. It's for your own good. Yeah, why do they have those classic versions of this thing in the anniversary edition? Yeah, no new series in the DLC. The DLC is all front suits from things, so it's probably just going to be like mobile suit variation stuff where it'll be like, and here's like 2 weird Zakkos. We'll get weird goofs, weird Zakkos, just a bunch of shit to put Gundam fellas in, no doubt. Yeah, and battleships is looking like the Majestic Prince one, the OG one, and obviously there's going to be the Gundam ones. So it looks like the OG one exists because there's not really a battleship for the supers until like Shin Dragon shows up. There was someone who's like, oh, I don't think Shin Dragon's going to be in it. I think they're going to do what they did in T, where it's the weird Daikessen unit, and it's like literally seen Go doing an attack and doing his baseball pose. What are you talking about? So, Hyper Jammer, linear seat, barrier field, super packet. Oh, I mean, she's the fucking what we want to blow up anyway then. So we can just step back. It's fine to do. Yeah, it'd be nice if Nugeta could be in something, and Getter would definitely be like that. Would definitely show up, right? Yep. Super Wars Mars. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Arc to be done so I can watch it all at once. Because that's just how I watch things.
私は足元が見えていなかった。アポロの上を見ようとしなかった。でもこんなこいつめ
There's you moving cross.
は女に強い。痛みは復讐の力となる。背伸びした女子可愛いじゃない。
The Bungo is a trope-defying show,
可愛いじゃないの。お前
but even you wouldn't expect us to show up with the identical model battleship. Fucking The Bungo's good.
お前は私の恋。沼に見入られし者。さあ行きな。光なき暗黒の世界へ。
Okay, he's gonna send us to the world of darkness.
アポロ、冷静になれ。切れぬ攻撃ではない。シリウス、分かったぜ。
Seriously, I get it, I get it.
俺の辞書に食いすぎはねえ。私は足元が見えていなかった。アポロは上を見ようとしなかった。でもこんなこいつめ。
Yeah, like 30 having the little Gona guy face, and the 3 being shaped extremely like a G. It is that. Where's the devil man?
そんなに私を。
Do we get Valkyrie or the idea of in the main line? Who knows? And they said that once the 30 release cycle is all done, that's when they're going. That's when they're gonna start working on OGs. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. TZG says they have 1 mech and 2 people. They got 2 mechs. That guy though, so
Gravity generator 出力アップ
I mean, yeah, they've only got 1 mech, not counting the Gespenst. Why would you not count the Gespenst? Lightning detonator. Robots, that's right. Stay the line, Faye. Stay the line. She didn't say it. I just like it when she just goes jack off. It's the opposite of jacking on. Wish me, Leo. Wish me. Well, I'll tell you for free, I don't want to blow up everybody. Too much high power, man. Too much high power. So we've got to be 3 down. And then many across. I think we can manage to not kill the boat. I think we can manage to not kill the boat. If we stand here, I think that's good. Alright then, here we go. Fingers crossed. Extra music detonator? No, Wataru should be added to the Ojins. Oh, never mind, they're invincible. I was worried for nothing. Beautiful. 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 Money as they can. Eyes are full power. Damn, killed by a fucking plane squad. Baldios didn't even have to do anything. Triple Mazinger Burrito.
こいつは任せてもらう。
私だって。
意地でも倒してみせるさ。哲也さん、行くぞ。任せておけ。了解。いつでもいいぞ。こいつでとどめだ。
Mazinger Z.
マジンガー。
Hey, great. Why does your mother let you have two swords? It is the will of heaven. Just broke down on board a Switch? Damn. Buy me a Switch. Just getting them ready. Oh, Shai's about to talk fucking business. I'm just jealous I can't play Roblox on the PlayStation, man. Shows that you know, peasant. I just have a PlayStation in my car. Oh, and hit mid-2000s shipping right with the PlayStation everywhere? Yes. Cool sunglasses squad over here. Don't worry about it. They got all the fucking juice. Georgie again. Oh, he's at it again. He's at it again. Don't listen to him. It's absolutely fake. I'm Georgie. Let's go. Super gravity sword. Give me gravity on him more games. Love gravity on him. It'll go storm. That'll go in, baby. There we go. Super gravity slash. Does one high def Sandman? I mean, who doesn't? Ergo Storm. My Elephas. Yeah, Quattro's like, dang, that lady, she's a slave to her own avarice. Apollo, I should be able to sniff you out. He's like, silence, mutt. You can't trace me down that easily. Yeah, and then he yells at old Melonhead, tells him that the world has no place for him. He's like, I don't need anyone permission to live. And he throws a nuke at him. And here I thought you were a fine soldier, not a coward, says Tetsuya. And he's like, I'm whatever, ain't the last of me. Fuck are you? Yeah, it's basically everybody going, I can't believe I didn't figure this out. Holy shit. Yeah, he wants Amuro to work with him. And Amuro's like, damn, Edelvanel, fair to make this man worship her so. Too dangerous. Two levels, 3 for Rubina, beautiful. Everyone yelling that you should have connected the dots faster. Yeah, if you don't pop Laven's barrier, he starts to get into the voice. Roger Smith is like, it's quite a feat to manipulate both us and the public, and he goes, what they've done is a little far beyond your base rhetoric. He goes, the evil speak only evil, I see. Nothing to say to cowards and criminals of your ilk. By my own laws, I pass judgment against you and your employer. Classic Roger. Wants Kay to go with him, and Kay's like, no way, dude. Yeah, all of the maids yell at him. How could he lie to us this whole time? We're not holding him back. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Will you bitches shut up? It was like, what the hell? He's gone from just being scared of him into full-on misogyny. He's like, the only woman this world needs is Brigadier General Liddell. I'll exterminate the rest. And Toga's just like, you cannot defeat me with such a selfish drive. To arms, Leben General. Fucking Rand, he's like, you're a busy little lady, ain't you? Must be rough being a strong woman. She's like, shut up. Shut up. We did it. So she's gonna be like, oof. They got me. And then it's like, that's enough for now, Xeno. Leave the rest to me and Laven. And he's like, yeah, me and Slan are more than enough to deal with this. And she's like, I think that's enough for today. These people keep on charging towards their own death, even without our help. And then Duke's like, what's that supposed to mean? She's like, you'll meet your end in Mr. Fruitless Battle, Zuth. It won't be long before you understand just how futile everything you're doing truly is. There he goes. They're running away? Don't worry about going after them. We need to process what we've already learned. And besides, there's still another problem to take care of. Nasakim. I'm glad I remain. I can enjoy spending more time with you. What, you get your jollies out of us trying to kill each other? How messed up can you be, dude? Let's just say I'm searching for the key to my freedom. And to acquire it, I must destroy you, the Sphere Bearer. What are you talking about? We'll meet again, the heat, and in this world. Off he goes. Hell's up with him? So, everyone's tired after this big fight. And Jamil says we should go back to Talia and Bright and think about what's happened. There's still the matter of Enge and Kejinen having business with us, and Adet wonders if they actually came here to pick a fight with us on their lonesome. And Kejinen's like, no, we've got a request. And so, the Siberian Rail received news that Arthur Rank was with us, and Kidsman really wants to speak with him. What that's all about. And so, sometime later, we're aboard that guy's personal train, and he just told us of everything that occurred in the Agate Crystal. And he tells Jiren that the Overdevil was incomplete. It's like a baby compared to true Overdevils. Sarah yells at him to not act so proud about that monster, considering it's captured Cynthia and is, like, you know, destroying everything. Gain wants to know why the hell she was taken, and Kid says because of her high oversense. And he planned on using that to control the Overdevil, but it simply absorbed her and moved on. Gainer is obviously pissed at his irresponsibility with someone who is basically his daughter, and that's why he's here, to swallow his pride and ask for us to help fix it. He doesn't seem particularly remorseful to Jiren here, but Adet says the fact that he's bowing his head to someone is pretty much an admittance that he screwed up. It's probably the best we're going to get. She would have expected the dimensions to collapse before this guy would ask anybody for help. And Arthur the phone tells us that we cannot let the Overdevil run loose. If it's as complete as Kid said, then the entire world is in danger of being encased in ice. And from what Arthur's heard, its overskill would enable it to freeze anything, not just objects, but also the hearts of people. Kids hadn't expected all the legends saying it could do that to be true. And it's like, oh, well, alright, fair enough. And Gainer is like, damn, it's already done that to Cynthia, it froze her heart. But Kid says that the Overdevil is currently hiding out, building its power, and is being served by Asham, who's been enslaved by it. And he's hired the Breakers who are previously working for him, and he's consolidating an army around the Overdevil. And the game's like, oh yeah, sounds about right for that guy. And Roma, deep in thought, Sirius asked him what he's thinking about. And he recalls how the demons are poking around the innocent domes and wonders if they're after relics from the Black History as well. And Jun thinks it's possible. Who knows what other kind of crazy powerful things could have been produced in that era. And Hayato says it's all the more reason why we need to put down the Overdevil and the demons when we next see them. Gwen wants to report the Overdevil mess to the Plants and Federation, but Kid says that Siberian Rail would be blamed for the whole mess. And Kejinen says that's why they're willing to forget all the problems we've caused them and ask for our help. And Jun's like, but it is your fault though. That's why you would be blamed. Do you not understand the level of shit you've put the world in? And Gwen agrees that this relic of the Black History could well destroy all of humanity, so this is hardly the time to worry about saving face. And Kids is forced to agree, and tells us to go about this in any way we please. He came here because he understood that this thing needs to be stopped. And inwardly, Gwen here is thinking that the Overdevil is far too dangerous if all it does is rampage uncontrollably. No choice but to destroy it. And so Kids and his men are going to track down where it is exactly, and it's believed to be in North America, and they'll call us in to finish it off. And Gainer is like, and rescue Cynthia. And Adet says, on top of our usual problems, we just managed to add 2 new headaches to the pile with the Overdevil and the Chimera Squad. And then that's when Yasaba comes over, and he sees, and he tells Adet that she's even prettier than the last time they saw each other. And she talks up to having found a wonderful man, and Yasaba's like, yep, no chance for us to start over, I see. And Adet remembers the little girl, Aifa, would be waiting for a caretaker to return, and she guided Yasaba all the way through their exodus. But with the world in the current state, there's just nowhere they can settle down, so he figured the best thing to do would join the fight. And if Adet likes it here with us, then he will too. And considering he's volunteering to help us, Sogoli has absolutely no objections towards the guy's past. And Jesper remembers him from Japan Sealing, and is like, so you're Adet's a wonderful man then, And they do their handshakes and all that jazz, and Gain's like, hey, we got the rush rod. You're free to use it whenever you want. And Jasper says how he sold all the parts to fund the Exodus, and he certainly didn't expect to see it again. Sounds like fate to him. And then he remembers the girl's prophecy of his path opening amid an impasse. And Jasper's once again ready to get to work. And so, we got the rush rods. Jasper joins. Yeah, it's Rand exclusive secret. He's got Strike, Iron Wall, Spirit, Fury, and Valor. So you want to put him in the rush rod or the Golem, because he's a little super pilot. And he's another dude that's a squaddy that can pop in. He's not as good as Gain, but he beats the goalie squad. And so, Bright and Talia have been briefed on the revelation that Edel Burnell was the mastermind behind the Federation coup. Going by Laven's own words, it's likely our goal was to set herself up as ruler of the entire world. And so, from everything we've gathered, the three real powers behind the Federation are now Paptimus Sirocco, Dewey Novak, and Edel Burnell. And on the other side, there's the Plants, Axis, and the Revolutionary Army Alliance. Oh, that's a fucking thing. It's killing me. And then the Sage Council remnants, and Hazelman sees the infighting between humanity to be shifting into a three-way war. And so, alright, Tyler, what you gonna do now? Well, I'm not one to decide what the Agama, or rather all of the Aug, will do from here on out. Then Quattro, if you would. Can't well refuse General Blex's last request. What do you mean? As of today, Lieutenant Quattro Bugina is the new leader of the Aug. Such was General Blex's will. Commodore Blex. There it was. Little experience on these matters, but I'll do everything I can. Quite the promotion, Quattro. Now you get to order Bright around some. I'd comply without a second thought. Please, my new position notwithstanding, the Argama's command lies with its captain. Still, it's now your duty to lead the Aug, and I'd like to hear what you'll all do. The Aug is ending its alliance with Zaft and will act independently. Just fucking immediately. Then you can stand against us? If need be, yes. Does that mean you've no such intention now? There are many questions surrounding the chairman's actions, but I don't see a clear threat right now. The same couldn't be said about Axis and the Space Revolutionary Army, though. As you saw in the orb attack, they're obviously hostile towards Earth. And you can't bring yourself to work together with the Plants now they've allied with them? I hope you understand. Your turn now, Tyler. What's the Minerva going to do? And so, this is where you pick the Zooths or the Zafts. And so, yeah, so if you get the secret points throughout the game, then Shin has some previously non-existent character growth, and now you can choose whether the Minerva goes back to Zaft or stays with Zooth. And so, gotta get a lot of points. And so, fuck that. We're doing Zooth. And so, I confess that I too am not sure what's just in this world or who I should fight against. So, I'd like to see where things stand with my own eyes, and I'll do it as part of Zooth for as long as possible. Captain, that's... Calm down, Arthur. I'm just acting under my faith authority, considering we haven't been given any orders to return. As such, this decision isn't defying the Plants in any way. Alright, so we're in this together. That's the idea. I look forward to keep working with everyone. On that subject, what should our next move be? There are many problems we need to deal with. I have an idea. What is it? You gotta go with Norb to the Vodara Shrine, seat of the Vodarak religion. He says there's a hint on how to talk with the Corallians there. And it's imperative that we gather information on the Corallians as soon as possible to prevent the dimensional collapse. Very well, everyone seems to be in agreement. That's where the Kiel comes in, you can tell because the eyes. She's just come here from Orb, and she's going to be accompanying us now that she's delivered Diana's will to the world. Her next step is to be the Queen's eyes and ears on what's going on. Corin is here, and he's going to be coming along to protect her, as he would Diana herself. And Arthur recognises him as the guy who helped them with the Lohengrin Gate. And he watched Kiel's Orb speech, and it triggered him into remembering his old mission. So him and Yasaba came to Orb to find her. And Bright's like, and so that mission is, goes, prevent the black history from repeating itself. Kiel says that Corin was put into cryosleep before the end of the black history, and he still retains some vague memories of the time. And he says, talks about the butterfly of destruction fluttering in a rainbow-coloured sky. That's what I remember of the black history and what I fight to prevent. Elchie's glad to have the last survivor from that era on our team, and Bright makes sure several spare parts are available for Corin to set up his unit for his use, because he's gonna plug a bunch of shit into his ride. And so Corin leaves to do so, and he's over the moon, and Jamil wonders if the butterfly has any connection to the one of Tifa's prophecy, and he prays for her to hang on until we can make it to the moon. And then, okay, so why you give me a ring? Holland asked me to. I'm just teasing. I can see you picked the ring just by looking at the design. Bet he's as red as a tomato right now. You know a lot about him, huh? We've been together a long time. Still, you never forgot about Diane, your sister, after she was gone. Huh? Why would Holland? He's just that kind of guy. He can't bring himself to forget the woman who left him. He's a lame, stupid, clumsy man who knows only how to put himself in harm's way for others. He doesn't know where my sister is either then, huh? No. Sorry, Renton, for all the things he put you through. Nah, I'm not mad at all. Even after everything, he's still my hero. Renton? And Tallow? I think only you can support him right now. And then, nah, idiot. No need to state the obvious, dum-dum. Well, alright then. I'm going to the hangar. Looks like we just had a new mech delivered. Don't forget, your man in the shop at 5. I didn't. Sharika's turn today. Thanks, Renton. You too, Holland. Let's both do everything we can for our child, as part of Zuth. And then, so it's a new LFO. It's been delivered by the Tracer folks, and it's the Terminus 303 Devilfish. It's basically the negative legacy of the first humanoid machines from the Prodigio Towers world. No limiters at all. And it puts such a strain on the riders that they need a lot of drugs for them to reach their full potential. And Renton doesn't really get why we bought such a unit over here. And that's when Holland, the genius, comes in and goes, I asked for it. It was just being kept in storage. And Renton's like, okay. And he's like, he's just doing everything he can so he can help win our struggles. And even if that means risking his life. But obviously he has no and Renton's like, but Tallow. And he's like, listen, I ain't gonna let some mech kill me before I see my kid be born. On top of that, I got a lot to teach you about lifting. And he says, as always, don't ask, earn it. And then it'll be given to you. And neither of them will ever forget those voids. And so, now that the man's here, because we got the Edel Vernel office. So the Gundam thread on SA is having a thing where someone's like, oh no, Sirocco doesn't use his mind powers to, like, mind control people and, like, shove them in the direction he wants them to go in and get them to act. And it's like, okay, but he does touch people and then they immediately shut up and do what he says. And there's the bit where Akoa, like, has a big freak out in space and, like, as if she's waking up from being hypnotized. And it's like, oh, Sirocco's a dangerous man, he's been hypnotized and being... and then someone in there is like, no. That's Rikoa, her new type powers awakening. That's why she's like that. And it's like, I don't know, it seems like the really manipulative guy with mind controlling powers doing that is probably more likely than the coincidence that it's also that she's awakening as a new type. Seems like one of these is more likely than someone's like, but he doesn't even have powers that do anything like that. Like, he fucking mind crushes Camille. What are you talking about? He doesn't have powers like that. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? But anyway, then I'll head into space and spectate Lord Jibril's last days. Understood, Captain Soraka. I leave the war with the colonists in your hands. And, Colonel Dewey, what's the status on the Agaha project? Well, I've completed over 75% of the Orange bombings. Won't be long before we've located the core. Once that's done, we'll promptly shift our tactics and exterminate the Corellians. And doing so will halt the dimensional collapse and stabilize the world. Indeed, and then the remaining humans will require a suitable leader. Optimus Sirocco, have you any intentions of being said leader? Perish the thought, you and I are merely helpers. It's my firm belief that society should be led by a woman's hand, and I already have a pretty good idea of who's suited for that position. Oh, I see. Furthermore, it looks like Bloodman's also coming to space in what I guess is a desperate bid to remain relevant. I'll let you handle him. Depending on the circumstances, an honourable death in battle can also be a powerful means to inspire the masses. Once the Sage Council remnants are dealt with, we'll finally have our showdown with the plants. And afterwards, we'll pull humanity's forces together and eliminate the extraterrestrial enemies. We'll entrust the management of our timetable and control of public opinion to you, Adol. However, I ask that you exercise some prudence. There cannot be a third break which could destroy the very world we're supposed to protect. I understand. When next we meet, it'll be time for mankind to ascend to newer heights, and wish us all success in our battles. And then those two bozos hang up. Yowza! You must be tired after all that, Lady Edel. Dewey and Sirocco are always so smug. Especially considering their little coup only took off because of you and Durandal. Jeez, Dewey wouldn't even have his oranges without my dimensional tech and the... Silence, maggot! Damare mushi! Yow! You fool, imbecile, wretch! It was the oscillation bomb you built that caused the second break! That was just a tiny, tiny slip-up. And my position worsened because of it. Only your life can atone for your incompetence. Slap, 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 slap. Forgive me, my Lady Edel, forgive me! Did you dare open your mouth, you disgusting vermin? Because of you, I am needlessly indebted to those men. Me, Edel Burnell, sovereign of the New World. And then, more, hit me more, destroy this ugly old man. Told you to be silent, don't make that face at me, filth. Oh, I love you, please stop, Lady Adele. I love you. Theo, what's the status on Laven and the others? Righto, alright, all three of them will be arriving tomorrow. Looks like everything went A-OK with that declaration of war, as if to be real worried about the Federation now. Everything's going according to plan. My moves are all perfect. Yeah, but is it really alright to call Xene back from Asakim? That man provided us with the foundation for our dimensional technology, and I allowed him to use our resources as compensation for that. But Buddy Boy there might turn against us someday. That threat is precisely why we're now distancing ourselves from him and acting separately. Hey, get to work and complete the Lemures immediately. You'll be the ace up our sleeves. Oh, and I can't cook up any more space-time oscillation bombs. Right? I allowed you to make the one as insurance for a worst-case scenario, and that resulted in the second break. Dimensional powers beyond man's ability to control. But it was just a little oopsie, and... That oopsie made Mercury and Venus disappear and changed the shape of all the world's continents. Forgive me, Lady Adele. Leave Dewey to worry about the dimensional collapse and just focus on the Lemures. Okay... Come now, be proud, Thea. I've entrusted the completion of my throne as the sovereign of this world to you. Indeed, I won't hand this world over to anyone. Not Sirocco, not Dewey, Deanna, Durandal, aliens, or relics of the Black History. For everything exists only to be ruled by me, Edel Burnell. It's fine. And then, you go to the bazaar. And here's Garrett looking to buy that makeup kit he bought Tifa all that long time ago. Sashay wonders if that means he's given up on finding her again, and he's like, no, I want to sell it to get something for when she returns. And a makeup kit is a bit full on for her age, and so he wants something she can enjoy right away. And Ren's like, hell yeah, dude, nice positive attitude. And Garrett's like, yeah, being depressed ain't gonna bring her back any quicker, so he's gonna keep her in his thoughts and keep moving onwards. And Karis and Neil approve, and she's even gonna help him get a present. Frustrating as though it may be for Neil, she's willing to do it to see Garrett smile. And so, we'll buy Corin's old eagle, his funky little man, obviously. We'll buy another ruggers, because it's good. And we'll buy the bouquet of flowers. Is there anything else we want? Yeah, I'll buy another PP menu. Yeah, I'll buy an adapter as well. So, buy the bouquet. So back in the Freedom, Parla is very impressed with the flowers and is sure that Tifa, like any other girl, will love this beautiful gift. And then Kid is like, wait, won't they wither away before she comes back? And then Enil's like, oh, don't worry about it. These are specially preserved flowers. And it's like, huh? And then Garrett explains that they underwent a process to make sure they stay pretty for a very long time. And then Kid's like, so what you gonna do when you meet then? What are you gonna tell her? And Garrett's like, yeah, he's like, what are you gonna tell her when you meet? My feelings are eternal, just like this flower's beauty or something. And Garrett's like, fucking idiot, that'd be way too embarrassing. And then Garrett's like, oh jeez. And Renton and Lauren, everyone's like, he's gotta try and think of something romantic to say, right? And Parla and Anil are like, oh, he's gonna do something. And they're getting all jealous. And then Garrett's like, hold on, Tifa, I'm coming for you. And I have these flowers handy to welcome you back. So now... I need to set up the teams. Well, actually, first I need to save. Yeah, the words of Vesha Richello, they're varnished, idiot. Damn, 1009 bops, he's fucking